Taste gets me in places I'm chasing, I can't erase it. Taste me, boy, and I'll taste you. That's the way I feel when I'm slipping under. And then it goes into the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. Sampling Britney Spears' Toxic.
You said you was in a toxic relationship.
So I was in this relationship that basically it was kind of like a manipulation situation. Like, oh, you want your music video to do this? Oh, okay, well, da-da-da-da. Oh, okay, so what are we? Like, what are we? You know? Okay, yeah, I'll pay for that if you know, da-da-da-da-da. It was kind of like me on a string. Because I
It was a
wanted to
quid
do
pro
things.
quo. You do things for me, I do things for you.
Something very similar to that. And I was like, you know what, maybe this is life. Like, maybe this is the type of relationship that, you know, whatever, you know, you have money and you don't have happiness, whatever. Right. And it just crashed so bad that I was like, I would rather be broke than ever need anybody to do anything ever for me again. I'm out. And I had to like literally uncut myself because there were so many strings in me tied to that person that I didn't even know were there. It was just crazy.
But when you're like, how did you cut the cord? Because you kind of needed it.
I know, bro. It was so hard at the time.
Did he say you'll be back?
Nah, he didn't say nothing like that. He was like, your music video's not gonna be funded. Good luck with that. I'm about to call them right now and tell them I'm not paying for that.
What?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. It was like everything kind of had to crumble. And it was so embarrassing at the time because like the producers I had worked with on this one song, they were like helping me film the video. And then they were like, why did he just call us and say something about that? And I'm like, okay, here's the truth, you know? And I was just telling them what I was doing, right. what I was in and kind of like where my life was at that time. And so, it was super humbling at the time, but that's what I learned. I was like, even if I ever get this money again, I'm going to never equate it with happiness, with a healthy relationship, with a healthy mind. Hell no. If I don't have it in myself, I don't need the money.
How did you find yourself again? How did you pull yourself out of that?
Therapy. At the time, so the one good thing about that relationship was that he used this therapist and I would hear what they were talking about and I'm like, what? And then I was like, who do you let tell you about yourself? I want to talk to her. And I remember I had my first therapy session and I was breaking down crying because I had never been asked some of the questions that she asked me. And from there, I was like, okay, I'm kind of in this trap situation, but I'm about to tell you everything. I don't know why, but I just told her everything. I felt like she couldn't tell anyone else.
And theoretically, she's not supposed to.
Literally. And I Googled that. I was like, you can lose a license. I'm going to trust you, girl. But it's also the law. Right. So I just told her everything. And slowly by slowly, I was rebuilt because I was such a low state. I felt so powerless. I felt so stuck. I felt like I was in these chains and I couldn't leave because I wanted this music stuff so bad. And I was just going to do what it took, you know? And my freaking rent and it was just so bad. It was so bad. I was so unhappy. But yeah, she helped me rebuild myself and also to shed these limiting beliefs. This is what I gotta do. Like I would say, this is what I gotta do. You think I want to do this? You think I want to sing that? You think I want to do that? And so she'd be like, but why? Says who? And I literally couldn't answer. So yeah, rebuilding slowly.
They say when we're at our lowest is when we find out the most about ourselves. What did Coco find out about herself during this period?
That money doesn't equal happiness.
Oh.
If tomorrow Coco Jones actually lost everything, you actually think she would choose sleeping in a tent and being homeless over staying with somebody that genuinely loved her? Come on now. See, that's a problem with a lot of people. They let one bad relationship define everybody. One rotten apple define everybody. One man cheats on them, all men cheat. One man treats them bad, all men treat women bad. One toxic boyfriend, not every man is toxic. And vice versa too. Men do it the same. One girlfriend cheats, not every woman cannot be trusted. One bad boss, not every job sucks. One bad friend, now friends should not be trusted either. That's not how life works. Sometimes you pick the wrong person. And sometimes you keep on falling in the cycle of picking the wrong guy over and 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 over again. Nobody wakes up toxic overnight. Usually, there are red flags, but people choose to ignore them because the person's attractive, they're famous, they got money, they got status, they got clout, and they had potential. Then years later, everybody else has to pay for your bad decision.
All right, man. So apparently, Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell, they got married. Okay. Y'all might be asking like, why is this so significant with them, getting married and shit, man? It's because she went on Club Shay Shay and said, after she had a bad experience, she's a singer, by the way. After she had a bad experience with an ex-boyfriend, which most likely was a bum ninja. Their experiences, when they talk about it, they bad, especially when they're younger, it's always with a bum nigga. They always be with a dude that got less than them. But life is set up for women to have more sooner. Shelters, they get more, even when you cry and complain about, pushing the bill back, or you got to complain about, just being overcharged. They don't give when a man talk, they don't really care. When a woman is saying they willing to work with you, right? They get more help. That's why they start off out the gate so fast. You know what I'm saying? And they value is within their youth and their beauty. So she probably was with some dude that she was better than. And he didn't have much. And she was like, I never struggle with a nigga again. I never, So that was kind of her story. Like, I never depend on a dude again. Now she's getting married. Women lying so much or not being honest about their preferences is really it's destroying the youth. They don't understand with the internet. They're saying some things. Oh, fuck a dude. I'll never be with a dude. And young women believe women. They believe these lying ass women. So they go out here, oh, fuck a dude. I don't need no dude. All dudes do is violence. And most of these women never even experience violence from a man. They heard it from a fake ass AI TikTok story or a bitch that lied and didn't tell the truth. And then when you have prominent women like Coco Jones, which she is very beautiful, say, well, I don't need no man, and then turn around. I'm not going to depend on a man, but then turn around and you get married. So Donovan Mitchell just signed a $60 million per year contract or something like that, 65 per year starting off that. And you ain't going to never depend on no man. And so you got a prenuptial agreement with this guy, whatever he make, he keep. Whatever you brought to a relationship, you keep. No, she don't. She don't. But they lie so much, and they say this on the internet, and the highest users of the internet are black women, so other black girls are seeing this. She telling me don't depend on a man, but she get married? Come on now. I really don't understand that. I don't understand, how do you push a narrative, you engage, then you marry this man after he signs his biggest contract, and you say, I never depend on a man. They just lie so much, dog. Women just lie, and they lie about their preference, and they just lie. That's why when you watch the Pop the Balloon or something, and instead of telling the guy that, oh, I'm not that attracted to you, they'll be like, oh, you too short. He be like, I'm 6'7". Oh no, you too short. Or they'll be like, well, I don't like your shoes. It ain't got nothing to do with the shoes. Women lie so much just instead of just saying, you know what, I'm not that attracted to you. Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm just not that attracted to you. You're not my type. And you can, and then she can really leave it at that. Oh, you ain't my type. That's it. But they say about, oh, you too short, or your shoe, I don't really care for your shoes are ugly. And they just lie so much. Women lie about that, but they cannot be honest. And then the guy they sleeping with no fucking condom on, or no condom on, is some 5'8" dude that she just attracted to. Whether it's she attracted to negativity, she attracted to street niggas, she attracted to dirty bummy niggas. the thing about it is they true preferences, they embarrassed about their true preferences. That's why you can see a woman get pregnant by a guy that nobody in the family met, and she been sleeping with this dude for 5 years and nobody, because she's embarrassed about what they truly prefer. A lot of them women like that, they want bum ass niggas. They want to rule over them. They want to control them. They figure the only way for the relationship to work is for them to control a dude who in jail, who I can call his PO. You know, it don't stop them from getting cheated on. It don't get them treated right. They just want to be in control. This is why I say so much about women. They're not honest about their preferences. Most women want to control. That's why they have a baby and get rid of the man. It's probably rarely ever the man's fault. The man was how he was before she got with him. She knew this already. Knew a baby, some twat wasn't gonna change him. Some head wasn't gonna change him. They just want to take the kid away so they want control. That's the number one issue with most women in America, especially black women. They want to control the household. And when they go wrong, they're gonna blame, oh, the man wasn't she? No, her whole plan was to get rid of this nigga. Let me get this baby to get rid of this nigga. But they can't be honest about their true intentions. This is what I be telling y'all. They can't be honest about their true intentions. Most women's true intentions is just to get the baby and dominate and they get with a bum ass nigga they can control. And almost 10 times out of 10 times, a female control house is going to be a complete failure. And in their mind, it ain't no failure and they can't really see it. So that's the problem. Women are not honest about their preferences. They try to be a girl's girl. They try to be on code. These niggas ain't shit. But in reality, if they honest, they know most of their female friends ain't shit. They know that they bums, they unambitious, if that's a word. They know they freeloading assholes. They know they cheating assholes, STD having assholes, herpes having assholes. They understand that, bro. They know 3 or 4 bitches that's cheating on their nigga right now. And then somebody, all my feet, all the girls just be some good girls. It be the niggas that, nah. That's why when you hear women be talking about these niggas ain't shit and my baby, that you get the whole story and you start asking the right questions, you'll be like, hold on, you met this nigga at the liquor store. You let him smash the same night. He bought you a 5th of E&J, and this the nigga you chose to be. Women just ain't gonna be honest about their preferences. Whether it's Coco Jones being honest that she loved Donovan Mitchell and she gonna depend on him. She just had a bad experience, but she trusting her husband and loving her and her to-be husband at the time, and she trusts him to take the wheel. No, I never depend on a man, but the bitch get married again. Women poison the dating pool by the lack of honesty that they have about the guys that they want. And what they want in the guy. If they were just honest, I just want a nigga I can control. And you know what's so crazy about that? There's men with money that women can't control. That's the crazy thing about it. There are dudes with money that women could control, bro. Real talk. They can control these dudes. But you notice they always get the nigga with no options, the man with no options, the bum that I can call his PO, send him to jail. He got to go live on the street, because they know if that dude with means and money ever wake up and get the game, they can lead her like that. They want you to have nothing most times. All they struggle, all they stories about why they don't want to be with or trust a man is always some struggle bum ass ninja. You like, what? You picked him? You telling y'all, bro, when they young, they got options to be with him. Most of these women got options to be with the guy who got the means. Real talk. But like I said before, they lie so much on the dating market. Like the other girl, what's her name? The other girl that got married told women, oh, I'll never get married. And she got married. They lie so much, bro. It ain't nothing that changed about it. They just lie. They just lie. They calling card is the lie. And it's so fucked up. Because if they were more honest on the dating market, they would have more success. Young girls that wanted a true traditional relationship or a non-traditional relationship, you could be more honest about it. But it's just saying that I just like effed up men because I want to control them, or I just want the baby so I can just have somebody to boss around. And just that of just being honest. And every once and again on this internet stuff, you will see a woman tell the truth. They'll tell the truth. But instead of telling the truth, it's a man's fault. No, their whole objective is to do. Most women's whole objective is to destroy a man. This is why when they have a kid and they want to keep the kid away from the daddy, it's just they want to destroy. They see the motion you got. A lot of women see the motion you got coming on. They don't even want to extract your resources from your motion or the success. They want to destroy it. They just hate men so much, bro. I just really don't think men understand how much women hate men. That's why they project that men hate women. Men don't hate women. Men don't hate women. They may hate how you act, but men don't hate women, bro. Especially black men. Black men don't hate women, bro. They may hate the things that you say or some of the things you do or dislike, but it's not hate. But a lot of women will see you rolling and they just want to destroy that, bro. And you ever had women come into your life and you sleep with them and everything just go wrong since you've been fucking with that bitch? That's why, bro. They want to destroy it, bro. That's why when these women leave, destroy they nuclear family with their husband or their baby daddy, boyfriend, and they destroy that and then run through the resources and be broke, they done destroyed the child's life, they done destroyed their life, the baby father or the husband, like they don't care. Their objective is to destroy. It's a lot of women out there to destroy because I was spreading this story. It was a dude. I ain't gonna bring that up no more. But that is what it is. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.
Where are you on the 50-50 relationship?
I feel like women have it harder. Hormonally, in the world, in all the ways.
Okay.
And so a man will never feel internally what I feel, They're just living their life like it's golden. Love that for you.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like it could never really be equal because we both ain't going through the same challenges. Take the job out of it, you know? Yeah, so for me, I don't know. I think there would have to be some compensation on both things. I also feel like who's taking care of the house? If everybody's going to work, like what are the choices? I feel like it may not be completely equal when it comes to the finances. But wherever that yin and yang needs to come in, like I don't want to feel like I have to work and clean and cook and be hot and want to be sexy. Like, come on now. Like, what's going on? That's just not fair.
Right.
Maybe in a numbers way we're splitting things, but I'm going through a lot on the side. So I feel like there needs to be some compensation in that way.
You okay with the man being the head of the house?
Yeah. I do feel like that is my tea because I do come from like a very Southern and very traditional and that's what I saw. And I think for me, I don't want to have to do that. There's too many on this side in my own career. There's too many questions, too many decisions, too much brain power going to that I don't want to also have to do that for a family.
Right.
No, thanks. No, thanks. That's on you, sir.
Right.
That's